Hey, what's going on, everybody? Um, Today is a quick update. I'm doing the intake manifold on my Ford Crown Victoria. Had some family emergencies come up to where I had to pull the vehicle out of storage because I'm probably going to be driving across the country with it here in the next couple days. Um, but the reason I put my car in storage is because it's from Arizona. It hasn't really dealt with real deep freezes. Um, I left it out in 2 of the deep freezes, and yeah, I had some intake manifold problems. Um, I love getting my vehicles from rust-free states, which are salt-free states that don't use any salt or any road contaminants like that will eat away at the body. But the disadvantage of buying a vehicle from a very hot state like Arizona or Texas, etc., you have the problems of your gaskets, your plastic products being melted and having a lot of leaks and stuff. This is the original intake manifold on the vehicle. This is the oil filter housing gasket. This one went bad. I was getting a pretty significant oil leak. I really couldn't find the significant oil leak here on this gasket, but I could find that the coolant was leaking. I didn't have any signs of a coolant leak. See if I can get this. As you can see, sorry guys, a lot of family emergencies going on right now. I can't keep anything still. So yeah, you can see that the gasket's falling apart. The oil ring gaskets are pretty decent for the oil cooler. Oil cooler hoses right there. I found one had a bad freaking O-ring on it. I was gonna replace just the O-rings, but I decided just to go with all new oil cooler lines, intake manifold, gaskets, plugs, wires, the whole fucking shebang. But this is the gasket for your oil pickup or your oil filter housing gasket. Here's the part number to it, 70801. There you go. It's good for 5.4 liters too. No shit. Might have been cheaper to get some of my 5.4 liter parts for my 4.6. So there's your gasket for that, and then I did the intake. I'm doing the intake manifold too. So here's the part number for your intake manifold. So it's a 615-175, and this is a 4.6 liter Crown Victoria intake manifold. This is the coolant gully or valley that the intake manifold has. I pulled it off just to see how bad it was, and I come to find that apparently this gasket right here had been leaking for a little bit. All that shit you see right there, that's all an egg. I had a coolant leak, obviously coming from this notorious spot, so I put an egg in it to get the coolant leak to stop, which it kind of stopped the problem there. But I noticed that it wasn't just that, there was a bunch of other spots that were having issues too. So if you look at the gasket, you can see where all the egg built up. That means it was leaking. You can see all the rust water. You can see how much the gully is swelled to the point where this is all closing off the gap. And then this gasket right here, this gasket right here actually came most of the way out. This gasket, when I pulled it off, that's as far as it came out. So this is just a clear sign that this was overheated and it was just bound to go. This gasket fell out all together. You can see how bad that is too. These are little O-ring gaskets. The original intake manifolds will have what is a gasket sheet not O-rings. The new one comes with O-rings, no sheet. That's where it's just a way for manufacturers to tell if they fuck with the engine or not, because they'll look for this little tab. If they don't see this little tab, they know the intake manifold's been done on this vehicle, because this part goes like say, and what they do is if they can see this little tab sticking out, they know it's still the original. If they don't see that tab, they know the gasket's been replaced. As you can see, I mean, this is what it all means by putting the correct coolant in your vehicle. I mean, you can see right where the passage, right where the water was going through. So yeah, you can see how nasty my system is by how discolored my thermostat is. But yeah, it's nice getting a rust-free vehicle, but then again, I think I'm not going to buy another vehicle from a hot state like Arizona or Texas or Nevada, because I'm really kind of getting tired of having vehicles with only a little over 100,000 miles on them, and I'm having to unbolt almost everything off the entire engine and having to replace all of the seals and gaskets just because this stuff got over 200 to 300 degrees. My vehicle was used in a police pursuit, so I definitely know this stuff got really hot. So other than that, I mean, this is how the color should look on your gaskets. Instead, you can see it's all black. There's really nothing of any color on them. So I don't know, it's just a quick video, guys, on what's going on right now with projects. My Jeep, I'm still working on that. Give you a little sneak peek under the engine compartment. Still working on this. I had some wiring issues with some O2 sensors, so I've got a bad signal coming in, so I'm working on that, trying to get the O2 sensors figured out before I can get the exhaust bolted on. But yeah, when I pulled my Vic out of storage, I apparently blew a red light, so I'll also put that video up too, guys, of me blowing a fucking red light in my Crown Victoria. You'd swear I was trying to be a cop, but it was just my buddy and I fucking around. So, but yeah, just a little update on the Crown Vic.